Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. It's Wednesday, and we're doing wine with food pairings this week, and today is wine with meat. And the most important thing I want to say today is this: red wine with meat is not one pairing, it's dozens of pairings, and the cut and preparation of the meat matter just as much as the animal itself. It's dozens of pairings, and the cut and preparation of the meat matter just as much as the animal itself. A lean, delicate piece of chicken breast and a slow braised beef short rib are as different from each other as sole is from tuna, and they need wine that reflects those differences. So let's work through the spectrum from lightest to richest. Chicken, turkey, and lean pork. These are relatively light meats with mild flavor, and they work beautifully with white wine, which trips people up because they think white wine with poultry is somehow the less serious choice, which it isn't. A good white Burgundy with roast chicken is one of the great classic wine and food pairings. So is a serious Viognier with a roasted pork loin or an Alsatian Riesling with a pork chop. If you insist on red, reach for lighter reds such as Pinot Noir, Gamay, like Grenache, Barbera. The key is that these meats don't have enough fat or intensity to stand up to the heavy tannic wines. The tannins in a big Cabernet will make a lean chicken breast taste metallic and dry. Alright, so lean beef, filet mignon, tenderloin, a simply grilled sirloin. These are lean, tender cuts with relatively mild beef flavor, and they need a wine with elegance rather than power. Pinot Noir is genuinely excellent here as is a good Merlot or an elegant Cabernet Franc. Right Bank Bordeaux, with its Merlot dominance and plush, approachable character, was practically designed for this style of preparation. The pairing of Merlot with a well-prepared lean steak is one of the most underrated and most satisfying in the entire wine and food canon. And if the Merlot week last week taught you anything, it should be that this pairing genuinely wants exploration. We're talking medium weight Rhone reds like Croz's Hermitage and Côtes du Rhône also work well. Warm, spiced, generous, with enough body to stand up to the beef without overwhelming it. Heavy tannic reds are not wrong here. They can overwhelm the delicacy of a filet. Save the big Cabernet and Barolo for richer, fattier cuts where those tannins have something to work with. Which brings us to rich beef. Ribeyes, short ribs, brisket, a long braised bolognese. Now we're talking about substantial fat content and deep, complex flavor developed through fat marbling or long, slow cooking. This is where the big tannic reds come into their own. Napa Cabernet Sauvignon, Left Bank Bordeaux, Barolo, Brunello, Syrah from the Northern Rhone. These wines have the tannin and body to cut through the fat in a ribeye or the richness of a braised short rib. The fat in these meat binds with the tannins in the wine and softens them while the wine refreshes the palate. This is the principal action at its most satisfying. Next, we'll talk lamb. So this is one of wine's most consistently rewarding partnerships. Lamb has a rich, slightly gamey character and a significant fat content, and it works beautifully with medium to full-bodied reds across a wide range. Classic Bordeaux with lamb is a pairing with centuries of history. The lamb chop in the left bank claret of the English jetting tradition is not accidental. Rioja Reserva with roasted lamb is one of the great regional pairings, and Syrah with rack of lamb works well too. Côtes du Rhône with lamb stew. Almost any medium to full-bodied red you enjoy will work with lamb in some preparation. It's the most forgiving meat in the pairing world. Duck and game is next. Duck has a rich, fatty, dark meat that can handle structured, full-bodied wines. Pinot Noir is classic with duck breasts, as is a serious Rioja or a Northern Rhone Syrah. Wild game, such as venison, boar, pheasant, has a stronger, more intense flavor and benefits from wines with some earthy, savory complexity to match. We're talking aged Burgundy, serious Barolo, structured Rhone blends. This is a broader principle for the whole meat category that I want to leave with you. The way a dish is prepared changes its pairing needs as much as the protein itself. Same piece of pork loin roasted simply with herbs needs a different wine from the same cut braised in cream and mushrooms. The roasted version is lighter and herbaceous. A medium-bodied red or a serious white works. And the braised creamy version is rich and fatty. An oak Chardonnay or a more structured red is better. Always consider the sauce, the cooking method, and the overall richness from the final dish, not just what protein is at the center of the plate. The plate in front of you tells you everything you need to know about what the wine should do. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into some difficult foods that nobody gives you a straight answer about. You won't want to miss it. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for the next Decant.